To start assembling your drop spindle, you need the first two pencils. Place them like I just did and attach them together with the rubber band. Now open them up a little bit and place the pencil that you are using as a shaft in the middle. Then put them together on the other side and close up with a rubber band. Just like this. Now we take the next set of pencils and we do exactly the same thing. Place the rubber band on one side, tie it up nicely and snug. Again, position the shaft between the two pencils, but place them at an angle compared to the other two. They form a cross, and that is what we need. Now close up the other side as well with the rubber band. So this is basically the drop spindle, and it will turn real smoothly. Now we are going to add the leading thread. I tie it up on one end so it forms a loop. This will form the basis to add the wool for spinning. I turn it around the spindle a few times and then I will close it up with a half knot. This will support the thread while the spindle is spinning. Note that the metal part that held the eraser will stop this knot from sliding over the top by itself. I repeat it, a half knot, in time it will become an automatic gesture. So your drop spindle is now ready for the spinning. Here is the wool that I want to spin. I will draw out a little bit, approximately the size that I want to have a relatively thin thread. I will loop it around the leading thread and I will twist it a little bit. I will also hold this wool under my arm so that I have it at my hand. And then I start twisting it with the clockwise, from right to left. Make certain to pinch the side of the wool where you do not have spun yet. So the loose wool you pinch with your thumb and forefinger of your left hand. With your right hand you twist the spindle and you can also pinch it and wait for the spindle to build up tension. When you release it, the tension is transferred to the wool that you have prepared for spinning. Now the thread is a bit long, I will start winding it up on the spindle. I release the knot and I wind it around the spindle, usually over one arm, then under two arms. Over one arm and then over two arms. I make again a half knot and I can start spinning it again. Take up a little bit of wool, make it ready for the spinning. Now don't worry if the thread is broken. You can simply push it amongst the wool that you haven't spun yet and start spinning again. At the beginning, the thread will be a bit uneven, but practice will help you to make a nice smooth thread in time. Pinch, spin, and release. Spin, draw, spin, draw, release, draw, release. As long as the spindle is spinning, tension is built up. I release the thread again to wind it up on my spindle. So under one arm, over to others. Under one arm, over to others. Under one arm, and over to others. When I have approximately the right length of threads, I will twist it around the shaft a little bit and close it up with a knot again.